If the world has done something for hundreds and hundreds of years, and the evidence clearly shows that basically no one gets there, then it can easily be deduced by the simplest logic that whatever human beings do does not work. There is the information for the masses in order to keep them occupied, to move them in circles until they die, having gotten nowhere. And then there's the truth. Truth does not occur from doing. If a human being is thrown into the sea, does he have to make an attempt to become wet? If he abides by the rules of society, he actually will try to do that. He'll make an attempt at wetness. This is how cosmetic human beings have been conditioned to become. They weren't born this way. Therefore, if one wishes to become truth, if one wishes to become anything, then they will become it depending upon the level of their exposure. If someone continually exposes themselves to non-truth, how can they become truth? And what is available in the world today? What is available in society? What is available in books, in media, and podcasts, and television? What is available is all untruth. It is all gotcha games and bumper stickers and fancy poetic spiritual sayings that go nowhere. Therefore, it is about understanding. It isn't beating oneself up for not getting it, or not doing the right thing, or for not working hard enough. Nor is it patting oneself on the back for giving it their best shot, yet having failed. It's understanding how things work. And what a person becomes is what he exposes himself to. If he seeks to become truth, then he must expose himself to truth. The brain rewires itself according to exposure. This is the power of exposure. Therefore, one must be very systematic, and one must be very surgical in what they expose themselves to. Therefore, if a human being wanted the truths in life, then they would find a domain which gives them that truth, or the closest thing to it, and expose their brain to it on a regular basis. But that isn't what happens. Instead, the human beings expose themselves to prescriptions and societal jargon and concepts and theories and religion and spirituality and positive talk and self-help and self-development and all of these things, which don't get anyone anywhere because they're not truth. They're simply a bunch of doings. Therefore, it should be comforting to know that if a thing doesn't work, it's because it doesn't work that way. Therefore, there's no mystery there. If one wishes to become warm and he enters an ice bath, it's comforting to know that shouldn't be a mystery that he didn't become warm. Therefore, the wisest person will consistently and constantly and systematically expose himself to truth. And in doing so, at any cost, because there is nothing of any greater value in the universe or in any person's life than the truth. Nothing. Therefore, if a person learns that the nature, content, quantity, and quality of his exposures will determine who he becomes, then that person will have the possibility of dropping all the doings and embracing exposure as much as possible, as often as possible. Exposure in its depths. That which you immerse yourself in is what you will become. I will take some questions. I don't know if which will receive an answer and which will not. It'll depend upon the question. If an answer or a response arises, it does, and if not, it doesn't. If you're invited to the stage, you may ask your question. There isn't a dictionary definition, but truth is that which is non-prescriptive. Truth is that which is fundamental, indivisible reality. And every situation has a truth. Every topic has a truth. Therefore, truth is not divorced from the reality of business and sport and life, whatever it may be. It is involved in the deepest, grainy reality of everyday life, in everything. In fact, it is untruth that has no basis in anything.